See, I already got the Frable part messed up once.
Oh no, he didn't go to school around here. He's a buddy of
Florida.
mine. He taught at work.
Oh, you
The
did,
ROTC.
you did the ROTC?
ROTC.
Yes, I
Good
met
for
you
you.
at the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, God. Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a good guy.
Oh, I know it is best. I don't have nothing but
He
good
moved
friends.
here after he retired.
yeah,
Well, he
that's
did
right.
retire.
How you doing,
He's
sir? I'm
working.
sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me about my dress.
Yeah, no, you're doing all right. Yeah, good to see you.
Sorry.
again.
I
Yeah,
had
no,
to-
we were down at Dusty's.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
So you graduated from Frable.
Folks,
Oh, wait.
video cameras in the.
Uh-oh.
Just that kind
Sorry.
of stuff. Okay.
And then did you enlist right away? Did you do something else?
No, I graduated from in 1964, and I was drafted.
Okay.
Probably about a year after I was out of high school, I was drafted, and I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, for basic training. AIT was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, artillery. Back then, they gave you 30-day leave, then you went out of the country. Like Vietnam was a big thing then. So I was in Vietnam.
And how long were you in the Army before you went overseas? Before you went to Vietnam?
Oh, basically AIT straight to Vietnam.
Oh, so you just
Yeah, I was doing the
Okay.
big draft
Yeah.
thing. So basically AIT, Vietnam, 11 months, 25 days. They had to have you back in the States 5 days before you left. I flew. Some people went on ships and stuff like that. So
And you did artillery.
I was in artillery. I was in 1st Infantry Division, 13 of the 19th Artillery. We was attached to it. Yeah, we was attached to the 1st Infantry Division, 3rd of the 19th
Where did you
Artillery.
serve in Vietnam then? 'Cause I kind of figured.
Phuoc Vinh. My base camp was in Phuoc Vinh. Phuoc Vinh is about 30 miles south of Saigon.
So you were in the Delta area, fine?
No, Delta's
No?
north.
Delta's
I was in the
north.
south.
Because the rivers come down.
That's
south.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sorry,
in the
I'm
south.
sorry.
I was 30 miles south
Okay.
of Saigon.
Okay.
Basically, in base camp, well, when we moved out, we always moved out by helicopter, CH-47 Chinooks. And they moved us into combat areas, and basically that was it. You moved from, basically you stayed in the field most of the time. I may have been in the base camp maybe about twice. You go and stay a
Oh,
long
no
time.
kidding.
Oh yeah, you only come back. You stay maybe about 4 months, and then you come back to base camp for about a couple weeks, and you go on again.
Go on again,
Yeah. When I was injured, I didn't have long to go.
I was going to ask you how soon.
Okay,
how
no.
late
I only had
you
about
were?
3 weeks to go.
And what happened?
What happened was one night,
You only had a couple weeks to go.
about 3 weeks ago, one night, I was what they call the short timer of the group. I was the next guy to leave, to go back home. And we were sitting on the bunker just talking.
And just because it wasn't like whole units would come in.
Oh, no,
'cause like
no,
now
no.
you have
Yeah.
direct, a unit go. It's
Okay.
It was on an individual basis for you.
No.
And you were the next guy out at
No.
that point.
Basically what happened was, we was replacements for 3rd and 19th Artillery.
Okay.
In other words, 3rd and 19th Artillery went over with the Big Red One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when they need replacement, when those guys got out, they send replacements. It was myself, it was Clinton Day, he was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Billy Epps from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. These some of the guys I was really good with. Goodlow was from Ohio. Well, a story about Clinton Day and Epps. I lost a week in basic training, so we had the same last name, Chester, Epps, and Day. We always end up the same place, although we were 2 weeks apart. So I was with those guys in basic AIT.
You all the, yeah.
And when I got to Vietnam, I ended up in the same unit. So we were a replacement. And you came by yourself. You didn't go as a unit. 3rd and 19th Artillery was there. We was just replacement. In other words, they send you to AIT training school, and they give you orders as a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't go as originally.
Gotcha.
Oh, back to what happened. One night, we was all sitting around talking. All I know is something hit me. It felt like a guy.
So you weren't in action at that moment?
No.
I mean, you were
well,
on
wait a
the- oh,
minute
you
now.
were-
Wait,
yeah.
oh yeah. Anytime you're in
Okay.
the jungle, you're
Yeah,
in
yeah,
action.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was just
yeah,
we sitting
yeah.
up one night, and all I know is something hit me. It felt like a guy about 300 pounds with a baseball bat.
Slammed in
It hit me, it knocked me off this bunker. And I remember someone saying, "Are you hit?" I said, "I don't know, let me see." And the moment you could see the scar, the moment I raised my hand up,
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
feel the blood, and I said, "Yeah, I'm hit." They called the medics, and they didn't have cat gut to sew me up with. So they flew me to 93rd evac in Tay Ninh. When I got to 93rd evac, the guy on CQ was drunk. The guy gave me a tetanus shot, and he put a Band-Aid over it, and he told me to go to
I
bed.
know
No,
you're
I'm
kidding.
serious.
Yeah.
He told me to go to bed. And I did, but an officer have to look at you. So the next day, when the officer saw me, he had a fit. I said, "When did you come in here?" And I told him. So they started working on me. I ended up getting about 28 stitches. And actually, the guy who really stitched me up, we ended up going back to States on the same plane. He was
Huh.
E7 sergeant or something like that. So I went back to my base camp, because there's always somebody at your base camp. And I was there a few days, and I had to go to LBJ in Saigon. That was a big hospital. And they looked at me, so I got a chance to see.
So after they patched you up, you went back to
Oh yeah, you go back to your base camp, because once you're injured. Okay, another thing too, the day I got injured, one of the large battles of Vietnam was Operation.
And do they know what caused? Was it shrapnel? Did somebody take a
Well,
shot at
I got
you?
hit by
Was there
something.
an
I don't know.
attack?
I don't know. It was.
You don't know.
It cut I had a steel pot. Okay, it cut a hole from the top of that steel pot all the way down. It actually, had I not had a steel pot on, I would have been gone. But it cut a hole from the top of it all the way through. That's all. They showed me.
I'm sorry you got hurt, but I believe you're lucky. I mean, you just think about any other area or something, man.
Well, it went down. I had a
Yeah.
scar all the way down, but this scar went away. And base of that, and actually, scrap metal, little fine piece of metal, came out of that wound for about 2 years after I was out. What it does is a little fine piece of, oh yeah, it comes up like a bump.
Like fine sand and wood, just to.
Well, when you get,
particles
because
out, yeah.
so some of it was
Yeah.
embedded in your skull. It's embedded,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
when they
yeah,
sew it
yeah,
up, it gets
yeah.
sewn up. But it's very fine,
Yeah.
and you
But
get a
every
bump.
once in a while it can come out.
You get a bump, and it'd be a little something real fine and hard, like some metal. Well, anyway, today I don't know. Nobody knows if I got hit by sniper, artillery. You don't know. It was at night. It was 10, 11 o'clock at
Yeah.
night. When somebody get hit, you just hit the ground and.
Anybody else hurt at that? You were the casualty. That
Say that
evening-
again?
That evening, you were the one casualty. Did
I was the
anybody
one cast. That was it.
else- Huh.
That was it. And like I said, eventually they looked at me down there and said, "Okay, you're gonna live." And I went back to my base camp for about 4 days, and then it was time to get out of there. I came back on leave. Then I went to Fort Hood, Texas. I had 6 months to go. So I did my last 6 months in Fort Hood, Texas. And I was a civilian again. I was drafted. I only had 2 years. I was civilian again. So I was still a civilian.
Yeah, and when you got drafted, that was just when they had
The Vietnam
filled up
War.
with
Yeah, yeah.
Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, because as I recall, See, Special Forces went to Vietnam in maybe 56,
They
I
were, the
think.
first person to get hurt was in
50s in the
56,
50s.
57, yeah,
But this
right around
war
there, yeah.
escalated in the
Yeah,
60s.
yeah, mid-60s.
In the
exactly right.
60s,
Johnson became president in 63, and in
yeah,
late
the war
64,
escalated.
65,
Yeah.
yeah. that's-
LBJ,
that's
where I
what-
went, it was named after him, the hospital in Saigon.
Yeah.
LBJ, yeah.
LBJ.
LBJ, yeah, that's where I went.
The one quote I'll always remember, because I didn't serve, was they were interviewing Marines in a bunker at Quezon when it was besieged in 60, I think that was during Tet Offensive, 68,
Okay.
must have been 68,
Okay.
that's right. And I mean, you could hear, you know, it's the old black and white small TV, and you could just see the dust come down. I mean, these guys are in trouble. And the reporter asked the Marine, he says, "What do you think about being here?" And just, you could just, the cynicism was so true. He said,
Yeah.
"My buddies told me if I voted for Barry Goldwater, I'd be in Vietnam," and they were right.
Oh,
And it's
okay,
like,
okay.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you do when you got out?
Basically, I worked at U.S. Steel when I was
What side of the
drafted.
mill were you on?
Actually, Gary Sheehan 10, it was separated.
Okay, yeah, you were
I
on
worked,
the west side.
yeah, I worked at, Gary Sheehan 10, Fort Stand. I worked there for, I think 9 years, and then I left and I worked for Standard Oil of Indiana,
In the what?
Indiana,
Mhm.
for about 6 years, and then I worked for AT&T for 26 years.
Huh, what'd you
So I
do for
know.
AT&T?
I was a technician. I was a telephone technician.
Uh-huh.
You go in people's
How'd
homes.
you go from steel to oil to telecommunications?
Well, I wanted a straight day job.
Well, there you go.
You know what I mean? So hey, you gotta keep on until you
Find that, yeah.
until you
that.
find it. Yeah. So basically, that was it. Yeah.
Are you still working? Did you retire?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I've been working since November 11, 2000. I had a partial knee replacement
Right knee?
in my right knee on the inside. Actually, I haven't been out
On
to
the
hospital.
inside, not the
On the
whole-
inside. In other words, the cartilage was gone this side, not here or not there. The cartilage gone, this bone to bone.
Uh-huh.
So what they do is put a metal plate in it,
Huh.
and I actually, what today is today?
That's 10th September.
Yeah.
Today I'm actually out the hospital 30 days.
Good, you working
From
out
the
so
surgery,
far?
August the 10th. I had
Oh,
my
okay,
surgery August the
okay.
10th. So.
Tell them about you being laid off, being fired while laid off.
Oh
on sick
yeah,
leave.
I was okay. Yeah, well, let's get a little politics in. I was
No,
working
we
with
don't do politics.
yeah. Anyway, I was working for AT&T, and when I got injured, they actually terminated me.
While he was on sick
Well, wait a
leave.
minute, now, how'd you get injured at AT&T?
Well, for many years of working, plus I was working on the north side, and I fell coming down some stairs.
Ah,
Yeah. So November 30th was the last time. Was the last day that I worked. Yeah.
oh,
Hmm?
yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
But that's cold. While he was on sick leave.
no, it is. I just told the people that were in earlier, one speech that I gave after the November election, and nothing's partisan, but I'm a Democrat. Grew up in Glen Park. As I said, in the old days, my Democratic Party, maybe you had to bail out the banks, I voted against them, maybe, but then they bust them up. You know, that they were just too big.
Right.
I mean, I'm convinced caused this problem we've got right now, but no, you can't do that. You know, these big companies, like, we're scared of them. You know, and they're not always wrong, but they're not always right. They're not always right. What'd you do at BP?
Oh, I worked in. At that time, Standard Oil was heavy into gas stations. You remember?
Mm-hmm, yeah,
Yes,
sure,
yes.
sure.
So we were a master warehouse. Anything you could get at the Standard Oil station,
You
oil,
had in the
gas,
house, yeah.
filters, all. We was a master warehouse, so they ordered it from.
Did you do the warehouse side, or did you do the delivery side?
No, I was like, well, then they called it a picker and a packer. You got these orders from the dealers.
Yeah.
And basically you went around in the warehouse and you packed
Pick-
this order
pick and
and
pack.
you shipped it out by hour. We had about 10 trucks, and we had carriers that would come in.
Uh-huh.
So you would, you know, fix the order up, get it ready to go, bingo, it's gone. Get another order, fix it up. And a lot of times they would large, sometimes you would get one that would last all day
Yeah.
or
yeah.
2 days, so it depends, you know.
And was that straight days for you?
Nope, evenings, I worked
So they
like
had
3
two
to
shifts
11.
in the warehouse?
Yeah, no, it was evenings, always evenings, 3 to 11:30,
Okay.
something
Okay.
like that, yeah. Well, they had a day and evening shift,
Yeah,
but
but it
I
was,
didn't have to
yeah,
see,
yeah,
yeah,
right,
see,
right,
when
right.
I got hired, I worked evenings, so I worked evenings the whole time that I was there,
Okay.
yeah.
You guys have family?
Hmm?
Have
This is
family?
my wife, Lena,
Uh-huh.
Hello.
okay.
You from Gary originally?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, Lena.
Where'd you go to school?
Vrabel, 1965.
Did you guys meet in school? Oh, no,
No,
you're
we
a
met-
child.
we met.
Hey, this guy.
Yeah, we met actually on Facebook, I mean, not Facebook,
Classmate.
classmates.com. We've been married since, July of 20.
We're newlyweds.
July
July
when?
2 years, July 25th of 2009.
I've been married 3.5 years. God bless you.
Yeah.
Give it- No
Yeah,
kidding.
Yeah, yeah,
We went to high school together, but
Yeah, we
actually,
went to school
we didn't see
together.
each other for 42 years.
yeah.
Had you known each other in high school? 'Cause
Oh,
those
no, yeah,
grades-
we went to
oh,
high
you
school
did? Okay,
together,
okay.
yeah.
But we hadn't seen each other in 42 years.
Wow,
And we got married a couple of years ago.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
My first wife and I hooked up after our 10-year class reunion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it took another 9 years before we got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my current wife and I are together because my sister and her sister took pity on me, and you know, the serendipity of life. My sister's husband's from Jacksonville, my wife's from Jacksonville. She wasn't at this lodge, I wasn't at this lodge, but the two, you know, the sister-in-law, oh, where are you from? Well, Jacksonville. Next thing you know, well, I got this loser brother, well, I got this. Yeah, I mean, really, no, really, how else am I gonna get a date?
But
know, I
you
got
say
this
years in
loser
between,
brother.
it's not years in between. He's 64 and I graduated in 65, so it's only 1 year in between us. He
Well,
graduated in 1964, I graduated in 1965.
No, I'm saying before we hooked up, but there's 6 years between my wife and I, but
Oh, I
that's
see.
great, that's great. So Frable has a website, and you can go and.
Classmates.com.
No, classmates.com, it's a national website, anybody can become.
You
a
can go and
member.
find people who graduated with you. All
See,
you do
that's
is
the
go
whole
places.
idea.
Okay, so you go
Yeah.
to the service,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
the most
yeah, well, okay, you.
technological,
you
you're ahead of me
define
there too, so
people.
you, and then, okay, when you type
Specifically,
in like
there was school
Frable,
with
you start
yeah,
typing in years, and you.
yeah.
You would type in your
Specifically,
school and your year you graduated, and you would see all the people from your school.
Who had registered online.
Who had registered, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
registered online.
That's a great story.
That's how I found
really.
Lena online, yeah. I said,
Huh.
Lena Patterson. Ooh.
There you go,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Blessed.
Bless,
Yeah.
bless, bless, oh,
Yeah.
man. I tell you what, if you want, just for the purposes, I'd be happy to make the presentation to you.
Okay,
I'll
that'd be
get my
fine.
jacket on, we'll
Okay,
do
fine,
that.
okay.
Fix your time.
Hmm?
Fix your time.
Oh, why you tell me, Lena?
I couldn't because you got the video going.
Oh, man, that'll be all right. You can turn the camera when we move, okay? And she knows, she's pretty good. We gonna stand up here? Right here?
You know
Over
what,
there.
right there, yeah.
I think she's been videoing before.
Oh, yeah, no, she,
Yeah.
sure doesn't. No, I just wanted, no, I think we're fine. Are we there?
Oh, you know what, are there heads in the way?
Or if you want your family up there too. that's-
Oh, yeah, won't you
Yeah,
guys
come
come
on
up?
up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why don't you do two? Why don't you do one by yourself?
We'll do,
and one
okay,
with
we'll
us?
do this and then we'll
Okay.
get everybody else in.
talk
Do want to thank you for your service very much. Happy you survived the experience.
Thank you.
But also very happy to be able to provide you with this Purple Heart.
Thank you,
Sorry
sir.
you had to come to our office to get it, you should have got it a long time ago, but very pleased to give it to you as well as the certificate too.
Okay, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Both of y'all look this way,
I
sir.
appreciate, I appreciate being able to serve in the U.S. military.
Appreciate your service
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it very much.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody else, then?
Can you open it, sir?
Yeah,
Can
you, that's a
kinda
great
open
idea,
it?
great
Push
idea.
your button.
Oh,
Kind of flip it all the way back because that back part will be shining. Kind of tilt it a little bit more,
everybody can
a
see.
little bit,
Oh,
tilt
Wants you to tilt
it,
it. He wants you to tilt it.
yeah.
Come on up here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on
I
going,
want you with him.
keep on going,
I want you with him.
tilt it, tilt it all the way Okay.
You can go by him, so he
Okay.
knows what you, he wants a picture
Now
of
This
you.
is
straighten
his
it.
moment, oh yeah, this,
No, he wants a
I'll do-
picture of you
okay.
with it open.
you got,
Okay.
you got.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of bring it a little bit more, just, right there. And we'll cut the glare. Okay. Alrighty. So can you put that in your, the purple heart in your hand? Yes, with the
Like-
one without.
Like
the,
this?
Yeah, tilt it a little bit more, get down.
Huh?
Like, I wanna see actually see the ward kind of facing.
Oh,
like a
you wanna
bird.
see it like,
Not that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
more. Don't bring it,
And hold
Bring
it
it
down.
down.
Hold it,
yeah,
yeah, there you go.
okay.
Don't cover your face.
Yeah.
Okay, great, yeah. Okay, lower your chin a little bit, Chester. Okay, now smile for real. Okay. Okay, now sir, you can get over there.
Great.
What's-
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's on the
Now,
other
can you
side.
shake his hand, sir,
Sure.
if you can, Chester? Okay, bring your hand down. Now bring the, uh-oh, I know that's kind of awkward. Okay, okay, now bring the award a little bit up. And that down, I mean, bring it like, let me show.
like this, folks?
This is an award, you gotta,
Oh,
you kinda,
Okay, yeah.
okay, I don't wanna, cause I know those boxes are gonna break in a minute. Okay, great. Okay, now you can smile for real, Chester. Okay, great.
Smile for real.
Yep, we don't want no fake smile. Fakes, a half a smile is like a half $100 bill, you can't do nothing with it. Okay,
Ladies, come on up.
now you can,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, there we go, there's the
okay,
picture.
great. Okay. Don't, you kinda like smile, but don't. Bring your head down a little bit, okay, great. Okay, now everyone else can get
You
up.
want him in it too.
Okay, now come on over, sir.
I'll get on the end, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, Clarence and company and everybody.
Yeah,
Get a
'cause
copy
I,
on this side maybe to balance.
Yeah, on that side, Mama.
'cause I,
Can you hold the table and get over there? I'll take your walker
That's what I'm
outside.
doing.
Do you still have the films on the website?
Huh?
The films?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, why don't you get that?
Oh, I will.
Okay. He put all the wedding on the.
Oh, he did?
site, Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you a link to it, okay?
Okay.
now move in a little bit more. Move back a little bit.
Yeah.
Go, not that far back. Kinda like, be careful.
That's enough here. This is enough here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, okay, smile for real. Okay. Okay, kinda move to the edge a little bit, sir, right there. And let me get that hat.
Okay.
Okay. Can everyone shift down a little bit more so we can get those, all the
How's that?
flags, but don't knock down the flag. Keep on going.
You
Okay,
want both
great.
flags?
Right there, yes. Now tilt a little bit more. Okay, great, outstanding. Okay, all right. Now everybody got to smile for real. You got to smile if you got 1 tooth or 300, okay? Okay, great, beautiful. Okay, one more. Let me get a couple more lighting. Okay, all right. That's it, Chester.
And my dad would just
Okay.
take his out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
But anyway, you'll enjoy the site. He's gonna give you the link.
Yeah. Okay. All righty.
Okay. Well, thank you, folks.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Made my day, this is great.
Really nice. Long time coming.
Yeah, it did. We're delighted to do it, but it just,
Huh?
it shouldn't take this long and you shouldn't have to come around. We're delighted to do it.
Better than late, better than never.
No, you're right about that. yeah.
Better late than never, yeah, so I'm not gonna complain.
I'm sorry the press didn't make it.
Huh? Well, that's why I bought my own press.
No, actually, because it's a good human interest story, you know, it's not just
Yeah.
a fly-by-night story, it's a good human interest story.
Yeah.
that someone gets a medal after that many years, that's
Yeah.
human interest.
Let me see it.
No,
Let me see it.
Fuller's gonna do it, yeah.
And we've had occasion where
What
unfortunately the
certificate?
recipient has passed away, particularly for
That's
some of the
right.
Korean and, World War, but it still means so much to the family.
Yeah,
I talked to a woman earlier this week, because
Yeah.
her husband passed, but for the daughters, it would just mean all the world to them.
Well, it's because, a lot of the people that actually served with Albert have passed,
Yeah.
so that's why it's very important.
I lost another classmate middle of the summer.
oh, yeah.
And
a
you,
lot
and you
of
know,
them,
you ask
yeah.
yourself, geez, you know, I feel like having them still in high school, you
Yeah.
know, it shouldn't be happening, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, people going like,
Yeah.
we're the age, we're the age, you know.
But you held up a lot better than me.
Huh?
You held up a lot better than me, pal. Well, you
Yeah.
got some years on me too.
Yeah,
Gee.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
dad,
I'll be 66 in, this month.
when's your birthday? What day?
September 18th.
September 18th.
2 days after my sister. Happy
Oh, okay,
birthday.
thank
Yeah,
you.
hers is on the 16th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
My dad's 95. We're out at dinner last week, and he turns and looks
Oh,
at me.
wonderful.
Oh yeah, and
Wonderful.
so he's in and out, but he's, hey, you lost your hair, you know? And I said, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. And I said, no, or no, he says you're losing your hair. That was you're losing your hair.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not losing. He said, yes, you are. I said, no, I lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you
Congratulations,
once
happy
again.
birthday.
Thank you very
Really.
much. Thank you very much.
You guys take care. I'm glad it's in the middle.
Good to
of
see you
cutting
again.
grass.
Really, really. Yeah. Do you have
can
a
get a
card?
glass
I
at
know
the
I gave the
top.
card to
Let's
Steph,
get
but I
the
want
one.
to make sure I.
Yeah.
Yeah.